Hello friends, welcome to Learner's Planet. Friends, this is our second session for simple and compound interest. In the previous session, we have discussed about the basic terminologies related to simple and compound interest. We also discussed some conceptual problems. In this session, we will be taking more such problems and even difficult one. So let's begin the session. Now, let's have a quick recap of a concept which we discussed in the last session. A certain sum amounts to rupees 5,500 in 2 years and rupees 5,750 in 3 years at a certain rate. Find the rate percent per annum. We have discussed this type of problem in our last session. Now, as I told you in the previous session that the simple interest portion remains same for each year. Okay, principal is same for entire tenure, and the simple interest is also fixed for every year. Okay, so this person, this particular sum is getting 5,500 in 2 years and 5,750 in 3 years. That means in 1 year 250 rupees is being added to this. Okay, that 250 rupees is nothing but the simple interest, that is per annum. That means in 2 years 2 times 250 rupees were added in the principal. So if we deduct 2 times 250 rupees from this particular sum, then we will be getting the principal. So principal will be 5,500 minus 2 times 250, that is 5,000. Now 5,000 is the principal and 250 is the simple interest. Then what will be the rate of interest? We can just calculate it. It's 5% per annum, as simple as that. Okay. Now, on what sum of money will the simple interest for 4 years at 8% per annum is half of the simple interest on 400 for 2 years at 10% per annum. Let's assume the amount to be P. Okay. Now, first of all, let's write this. The simple interest for 4 years, that will be P into 4 into 8 by 100. That is PRT by 100. Okay, and the simple interest in other case will be P into 400. I'm sorry. Principal is already given to us, that is 400 for 2 years for 10% by 100. Now, according to the question, this simple interest should be half of this. Okay, so this simple interest is half of this. Now we can solve and get the value of P. So principal is equal to 4,000 by 8 into 4. So it's 1,000 by 8, that is 125 rupees. Okay, very simple. Now let's try this problem. A certain sum becomes rupees 2,600 at a certain rate of simple interest in 3 years. If the rate is increased by 20% of itself, it will become rupees 2,720 in the same time. Then find new rate percent per annum. Friends, this is bit tricky question, but it's really simple. You just have to think over it. See, the sum is being 2,600 when the rate is a certain percent, maybe it is R, and if the rate is increased by 20% of itself, then it is being 2,720. That means what is the difference? 2,720 minus 2,600 is 120 rupees, and that too become the, and this difference is because of increment in rate by 20% of itself. Okay, suppose initially the rate is R, now the rate is 6 by 5 of R. That means 20% increase. Now if the rate is increased, the impact will be on SI. Okay, isn't it? Now that means increment on rate will give impact to increment in SI. So that means 20% of simple interest should also be increased. So 20% of simple interest is actually 120, that is this. For this particular tenure, that is 3 years. That means for 3 years the simple interest was 600 rupees. Okay, so if we deduct 600 from this amount, we will be getting the principal. Okay, so 2000 is the principal. Okay, now if 2000 in the principal, if we are getting 600 for 3 years, that means 200 per annum is the simple interest, then that means it is 10%. So the original rate is 10% and the new rate is 6 by 5 of this, that is 12%. Okay. Here in this case, the most important point is over here that because of increase in rate, the principal will not be getting any impact. The only impact will be on simple interest. If the rate is increased by 20%, the simple interest portion will also be increased. Okay, so here the rate is R, then in the new case the rate is 6 by 5 R. So because of this difference, 20% of SI will be there, and that increment is 2600. I'm sorry, 22720 minus 2600. So it's 120. Okay. Now let's do this. Find the sum of money which at 3 by 4% for 3 years and 4 months will yield the same simple interest as rupees 160 as 2.5% for 2 years and 6 months. Okay, now I assume the principal is P. So it's P. Rate of interest is 4 3s are 12 plus 3 15 by 4%. 3 years 4 months, that means 3 into 4, 3 plus 4 by 12. That is 3 3s are 9 plus 1, 10 by 3 years by 100 is equal to 160 into 5 by 2% into 2.5 years, that is 5 by 2 years. Okay, now we just have to calculate P. It's a very simple problem. So P is equal to 160 into 5 into 5 into 3 by 15 into 10. So it's 16 into 5, 80 rupees. Very simple. Now let's try this question. Rupees 1500 was partly lent at 5% SI and remaining at 8% SI. If the total interest received from both was 270 in 3 years, then find the amount kept at 5% SI per annum. Friends, this problem can be solved very well by alligation method. If you are not aware of alligation method, do attend the alligation and mixture session. So you'll be better cleared with this sort of sums. Now, how could we approach the problem? See, rupees 1500 was lent at 5%, some of the portion at 5% and some of the portion at 8%. Okay. And in all, the person is getting 270 in 3 years. That means 90 rupees per annum. Okay, because simple interest remains same each year. Okay. Now I assume that the entire amount is lent at 5% interest. Okay. So if what will be the 5% of 1500? That is rupees 75. Okay. In the second case, I assume the entire amount was given at 8%. So if 8% is the rate of interest, then the person will get 8% of 1500, that is 120 rupees per annum as interest. Okay, so at this percent, 75%, 75 rupees is the interest, and at this percent, 120 rupees is the interest. But actual interest is 90 rupees. Okay, so we can get the ratio of these two amounts. So 120 minus 90 is 30 and 75, if it is deducted from 90, it will be 15. That means the ratio is 2:1. Okay, so 2 part of 1500 is lent at 5% and 1 part at 8%. Okay, so it's 1500. Okay, So we have to find the amount capped at 5%. So it will be 1000 rupees. Clear? By the use of allegation, the problem becomes very simple. Now let's see this question. A person invests money in the three different schemes for 6 years, 10 years and 12 years at 10%, 12% and 15% per annum, SI respectively. At the completion of the duration of each scheme, he gets the same interest. What is the ratio of investment? I assume that the amount is X, Y and Z. Now X rupees for 6 years at 10% is the simple interest will be this. Okay, that is same to Y rupees for 10 years at 12%. Okay, and that is same when Z rupees for 12 years at 15%. Now we have to find out the ratio of X, Y, Z. Okay, so it's 60x is equal to 120y is equal to 180z. So we could divide the expression by 60. So it will be x is equal to 2y is equal to 3z, or we can say x, y, z is 1, 1 by 2 and 1 by 3. Okay, or you can say 6 is to 3 is to 2 ratio. Okay, very simple. Let's try this sum. A certain sum kept at 4% per annum SI for 15 years amounts to rupees 4,000. Then find the sum. A very simple problem. Friends, you can do it even mentally. If the sum is kept at 4% per annum for 15 years, that means to the original principal 60% will be added, because 4% per annum, that means 4% plus 4%, 4 plus 4% on the principal. If we count till 15 times, then we will be getting 60% addition on principal. Okay, now just take the backward approach, that on what amount if you add 60% of it, so you will be getting 4,000. So if you add 60% of 2,000, that is 1,200, so you won't be getting 4,000. So it's incorrect. Now suppose you add 60% or 25% to it. So it's 60% is 1,500, and you add 1,500 to 2,500, you'll be getting 4,000 as amount. So 2,500 is the correct answer. No paperwork is required at all. A very simple concept. 4% plus 4% plus 4% till 15 times is 60% on principal. Okay, and amount is principal plus SI. So this is the principal, and 60% of it will be simple interest for 15 years. So principal plus simple interest, that is 2,500 plus 1,500 is 4,000. Okay, so problem becomes very simple. Now let's discuss this problem. A certain sum becomes 2 times of itself in 10 years, then in how many years will it become 8 times of itself? Friends, let's assume the principal to be P, and the sum is getting 2 times of principal. That means SI is equal to P. That is simple interest is P. And the simple interest P is for 10 years. So simple interest is equal to, that is P is equal to P, that is principal, into rate of interest into time is 10 by 100. Okay, that means rate of interest is 10%. Now we have to find out that in how many years the sum will become 8 times of itself. That means the principal is P and sum to be 8p, that means simple interest to be 8p minus p, that is 7p. So 7p is the simple interest, p is the principal, r is 10%, and we have to find out the time by 100. Okay, so time is 70 years. Here you have to be very clear that if amount is getting double, that means the simple interest will be difference between the original amount and the new amount. Okay. Now let's take this problem. Friends, I would just suggest that you try the problem on your own and then match your solution and answer with mine. Okay, just pause the session. A sum lent at 7% per annum will produce as much simple interest in 2 years as rupees 1750 lent at 5% per annum will produce in 4 years. Quite a simple problem. We just have to equate the simple interest in both the cases. In first case, we do not know the principal. You just write P. Rate of interest is 7. Time is 2 years by 100 is equal to, in other case, the principal is 1750. Rate is 5% for 4 years by 100. So we just have to calculate the value of P. So P is 2500, that is principal is 2500 rupees. Quite a simple problem. I hope your solution is matching with mine. Now let's try this problem. A sum of rupees 5000 is lent into two equal parts, one at 2% and the other at 3%. The amount from first sum realized 3 years later than the second was the same. Find the time for which the first sum was lent. Okay. Now the principal in both the cases is same. It's a principal 1, principal 2. It's 2500 and it is also 2500. And the simple interest is also same in both the cases. The only difference is the rate of interest and the tenure. Okay, here in this case the rate of interest is 2 and it is here 3. Okay, and the amount from first sum realized 3 years later than the second was the same. Now suppose it's invested for X years, then it will be for X plus 3 years. Okay, so in this case and in this case, the simple interest is same. So just equate the simple interest. So it's 2500 for 2 years. X plus 3 is equal to 2500 into 3 into X. Okay, just equate them. So 2x plus 6 is equal to 3x. That means x is equal to 6 years. Okay. So the second amount was invested for 6 years and the first amount was invested for 9 years. Okay. Quite a simple problem. First sum we are asked, so it's 9 years. Now let's try this problem. Further, I would suggest try the problem on your own and match your answer and solution with mine. Okay, the simple interest on a certain sum of money for 2.5 years at 12% per annum is rupees 40 less than the simple interest on the same sum for 3/1/4 years at 10% per annum. We assume that the principal is P. If this P rupees is invested for 3 fours are 12 and plus 1, 13/4 years at 10%, okay, by 100, that is simple interest in this case, minus the same amount for 5/2 years at 12% of interest by 100 is 40. Now we just have to simplify the equation. So it's 65p minus 60p is 40 into 200. So 5p is 40 into 200. So P is 40 into 200 by 5. So it's 1600. As simple as that. Clear? Now let's try this problem. The simple interest on sum of money is 1/9 of the sum and the number of years equal to rate percent per annum. What is the rate percent per annum? First of all, let's assume the amount to be P, that the principal to be P. So P, the rate of interest is suppose R and the time is also R since number of years is rate percent per annum. by 100. That is the simple interest, and that is actually 1/9 of the principal. So it's P by 9. So R square is 100 by 9. So R will be 10 by 3. That is 3/1/3%. Clear? Now let's take one more problem. A sum of money at simple interest amounts to rupees 4025 in 3 years and to rupees 4550 in 6 years at same rate of interest. Find the sum and rate of interest per annum. Quite a simple problem. This is the amount after 3 years and this is the amount after 6 years. That means it is principal plus SI1, or we can say SI3, that is simple interest for 3 years, that is 4025, and that is principal plus SI6, that is simple interest in 6 years, is 4550. So if we deduct this from this, we will be getting the simple interest for 3 years. Okay, that is 4550 minus 4025. So that is 525. That means simple interest per annum is 525 by 3. Okay. That is 175 rupees is the simple interest per annum. Now it's very easy. You just go by option and just try to find out the interest in each case. In this case, 3000 for 5% per annum, the amount will be 150. So it's not correct. In this case, 2500 for 6% is for the 150, so it's not correct. 4500 for 4%, it will be 180, so even it is not correct. Now 3500 for 5%, it will be 175 only, so it's correct. Okay, very simple. Now let's try this problem, and we want touch paper and pen to solve this problem. You also try. What sum will amount to rupees 6375 in 5 years at 5.5% per annum simple interest? See, 5.5% per annum simple interest. That means every year 5.5% is adding to the principal. So in 5 years, 5 times 5.5% will be added. That is 5 into 5.5. That is 27.5%. Okay. So on principal, 27.5% will be added, and on this final addition is actually 6375. Okay, now just try to do this problem with backward approach. The original amount, and on that original amount 25 to 30%, that the data is in between 25 to 30%, that is 27.5%. Okay, so suppose I take 4000 as the correct option. Now what is the 27.5% of 4000? That will be, see, 25% is 1000 and 30% is 1200. So 27.5% will lie something in between. So it won't be the correct option, because even if you add 1200 to this, you won't be able to reach this. Okay, so this option is discarded. Now let's take 5000. Now 5000, 25% of 5000 is 1250 and 30% of 5000 is 1500. So 27.5% will lie something in between, that will be 1375, the data in between. So 1375, if you add to 5000, you'll be getting 6375. So definitely 5000 is the correct option. Okay, I just repeat, 5 years at 5.5% per annum. That means in 5 years, 5 times 5.5% will be there. So it's 27.5%. Okay, so principal plus 27.5% of principal is the total amount, that is 6375. So instead of solving the problem with any other approach, we just went by the option, and that is very simple to do. Okay, with the less use of paperwork, you can do this problem, or even you can do it mentally. Friends, we will be taking more such problems and maybe difficult ones in our next session. Do revise this session and the previous session of simple interest. We will be taking some problems on even compound interest in our next sessions. Okay, bye-bye.